here, Remy. Come here, big guy. Good boy. Come here, buddy. Huh, good boy. Right, this is Remy. Hey. Remy is a 4-year-old pony. Very curious little guy, and apparently he likes to take little kind of curious love nips. Oh, nope. He's a big fan of his food, and he's got food on the ground over there, so keeps trying to go after that. But he's shedding out pretty good right now. Looks like he was pretty brown over the winter time, and now he's starting to roan out quite a bit. So at least in his butt, looks pretty brown in his mid back, but around his butt he's a red roan for sure. Hey, stop. He's just not wanting to give up that food very easily right now. So I'm just checking him over. He's new to this barn, never been adjusted that the barn owner knows about. But he's having an issue where when he's asked to take his right lead, he'll give a little bit of a buck and then he'll work out of it. But every time you ask him for that right lead again, he goes right back into that little buck, and then he stops. But she's concerned because he's doing it only on the right lead and not on the left lead as well, that it's a pain issue. And she wants to make sure that there's nothing bothering him. Right off the bat on his left side, I can feel that his pelvis is really rotated up and back. And when you have a high side in the pelvis, which is caused by an SI joint that's not moving properly most of the time, what you get is a high side that's stuck in flexion, and the low side that's stuck in extension. So imagine if you were walking and your SI joints that do this when you walk, right? My right leg comes forward. This is what happens at the SI joint where my thumbs are. It does this, right? So imagine if your SI joint was stuck, like your leg was coming forward. You're gonna be real uncomfortable and real tight extending that leg behind, simply because the SI joints aren't moving properly, allowing you to do that comfortably. So it's really important for proper movement that your SI joints are moving properly. And for performance horses, it's extremely important, because there's no way you're gonna get the most out of a horse if their SI joints aren't moving properly, because they're gonna be compensating all over the place, and you're just not gonna get the push from behind that you need without proper positioning and movement of the SIs. And of course, if your SI joints aren't moving properly, you're gonna get a really sore low back, and other areas are gonna have to compensate for that poor movement, and those areas are eventually gonna get sore as well. So super, super important. No hablas, hablo español un poquito. Por favor, habla inglés. If es posible. Sí posible. Oh, there we go. So the other thing to consider too is when people see that their horse has a high side at the SI joints, what they'll do is they'll say, oh, my horse's hip is out, right? Or my horse's hip is high on one side. And those aren't the hips, those are the SI joints. The hips on a horse are actually way out here on the side and closer to the tail than to the front of the pelvis. But if I have a high side, so let's say like on him, his left side is high, that means I'm gonna have a low side as well, right? So I can have a high SI on one side, which is just the ilium. So it's the big flat bone of the pelvis where all the big powerful muscles like the glutes attach. If we have one side that's high, that means we have one side that's low. But everybody always assumes that it's the high side that's the problem. They never assume that it's the low side. So whenever I see a pelvis that's not positioned properly and I've got a high side and a low side, I'm not going to assume I know. Sorry, one second. I'm not going to assume that I know which side that's coming from. So instead of just saying, oh, I'm going to adjust the high side, I adjust the high side in the direction that it needs to go, which is down. And then I adjust the low side in the direction it needs to go, which is up and back. That way I take care of both sides, both SI joints. So no matter what, I'm going to correct that. I'm going to correct that malposition of the pelvis. All right. So, and then every time I adjust the pelvis, I'm going to work those SI joints using these pressure point reflexes and get him to flex and extend. There you go. You can see his back coming up and going down. And if you want to learn how to do these pressure points or any of these stretches you're going to see me do, just check out the link in the description, and that'll take you to my equine stretching course at sporthorsechiropractic.com. If you guys have any questions on anything I'm talking about or what I'm doing, feel free to drop your questions in the comments. And if you'd like me to provide that link to you directly, just put a little horse emoji in the comments and I will send you a link directly to my stretching course. And I also have a equine stretching ebook out as well. So if you go to that link and you look at the stretching masterclass, you'll see that I have a bundle offer there with the ebook as well. So it's a pretty good deal if you guys have your own horses. Get to learn a skill you can use to help your horses move and perform at their best no matter where you're at. No expensive machines and no reliance on somebody else to help your horses. You get to do it on your own. So links in the description if you're interested in that. All right, so I'm going to get him to come around and touch his shoulder where I'm pushing. This is another pressure point. Good boy. Hey, so that's what we want there. And he's not being mean with the bites. He's just hasn't quite learned his ground manners yet. And he's just mouthy, but you still got to treat it the same way no matter what, so you don't get bit. All right, so I'm going to bring him around to the left side. Good boy. Nope. Good boy. So this guy's only 4, we think. He's not papered, but the dentist is estimating him to be about 4 years old. So these little 4-year-old behaviors are super common. Ooh, so look at that. So we got a sore pole on the left side. Oh, good timing, Rosie. Hopefully I just answered your question. So we're gonna have most likely some hyoid issues on him because of how sore his pole is. So I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna touch his right side. There, so right side's okay. He's just like, get off, like, you know, kind of being a pill. This left side, that's pain. And can you see the difference? So right side, he's not really trying to get away from it. He's just like, I don't really like that. And he's just kind of being fussy with the right side. So here's the right side. You can see, and he's actually fine with that. But left side, what? Left side, he's like, heck no, get off of there, right? That's a pain response. So we definitely have left side pull. And we also had right side SI joint. Got that big release on that right SI joint that was really locked up in flexion, or excuse me, in extension. So left side pull, watch, left side hyoid, okay? All the time. I mean, just about every time Those two things go together. So let's look at the right side hyoid. And you can see we've got no reaction there, okay? That side is totally fine. And so is the right side of his pole, right? I mean, he's like, can't figure out if he likes that or not, but he's definitely not pulling away like it hurts. But if we go back to this left side, there we go, left side hurts, left side hyoid hurts. Oh, sure. No, that's okay. I'll just wait a second while you guys do that. Sure. Oh, they're dropping some shavings right behind where the camera's sitting. We don't want them to spook the horse, so I'm just taking a second here. Woo. There we go. All right, now we can get back to work. So like I was saying, if we look at the left side pole, that's ouchie, and so is left side hyoid. So that's what we have to work on. And most of the time, this sensitivity up at the left side of his pole is caused by the hyoid being sore. So since we have a hyoid that's sore on the left side, I'm gonna take his tongue out to the right. Dropping more shavings over here, so I'm just gonna wait a second. Just give me a second, guys. They're bringing some shavings over with the tractor, and I don't want the horse to spook. It's getting in my eyes, so we're gonna wait a second. Oof. Let me know if you have any questions while I'm waiting here. I'll be happy to answer them when I can get back to it. You can see how he's super concerned. It's super windy today too, so this is not good timing on the shavings drop here. All right, so let's see. So I'm gonna take his tongue out to the right. Oh. So big old reaction there. Obviously pretty sore. I'm gonna give him that for a second and let him chew. I'm gonna drop some more shavings again, so give me 1 second. This is a pain in the ass. Sorry, guys. So what happens when you work at a working barn. Okay, that looks like that's the last load they're gonna drop. All right, so let's try this again. Just gonna be a little careful because he was rearing that last time. Oh, good boy. There we go. Almost. I got a little bit of it. Slipping out of my hands. Easy, buddy. All right, there we go. Got a hold of it. So now I'm just gonna hold this tongue out of his mouth and just let him pull against my pressure. So all I'm doing while I'm holding the tongue is I'm supplying resistance so he has something to pull against. But I'm not pulling his tongue or yanking his tongue. I'm just holding it out of his mouth. Good boy. Almost at about a 45-degree angle to his muzzle. So I'm not pulling it straight out and I'm not pulling it way out to the side. I'm just holding it out about a 45-degree angle. And if your horse has pull issues or TMJ issues, or they're way behind the bit, or they're just being a pill, if their head shaking, they don't want to take the bit, that type of stuff, you can try this simple move with the tongue and it makes a huge, huge difference. And as you hold it, you'll notice that the tongue will come out farther and farther and farther, and they'll stop pulling so aggressively against it. Good boy. And you can see his head's coming down, his ears are not back, they're nice and forward. There we go. And when I'm holding the tongue, you can see I'm kind of holding it like the OK sign, right? And the reason for that is because if he pulls back real hard, I want his tongue to slip out of my grip. I don't want to have a death grip on that tongue. So when he pulls back, it gets a lot of forceful traction on the hyoid, because all the muscles that control the movement of the tongue attach to the hyoid. And if you get a big traction on it, you could potentially damage the hyoid or the muscles that attach to it. So you want that tongue to slip out of your grip if they yank back aggressively. So once you do that and you let go, Just let your horse have a minute or so with that. Let them lick and chew. Let them take the big deep breaths. Let them drop their head. Just let them integrate that for a minute. And then once they're done and he's nice and relaxed, then you can go and recheck the sore spots. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to recheck the hyoid, recheck the pole, and see how that's feeling now. And initially when you go back and you check for that pain again, you're probably going to get a little bit of a hesitation. They're probably going to pull their head back a little bit because they're expecting it to hurt because it's been hurting and it was hurting the last time you touched it. So if they do toss their head around like that, just stick with it and let them realize, oh, okay, this doesn't hurt anymore. So let's check pole first. So there's that little head bob, right? Easy, easy. So I'm just gonna stick with it. I'm just gonna stick with it so he can figure this out. Oh. Good boy, good boy. You know, and if it's still sore after I'm done, then I'm gonna try something else. But you can see that huge difference, right? Like I'm shaking his head pretty good. I'm applying enough pressure to get him to shake his head like that. Good boy. And he's not yanking it away forcefully like he was before. Look at that. Nice head drop. That's a good boy. So that is all better. Look at that. Head's going down. He's not throwing it away from me. Good boy. That's beautiful. And that's all from just taking that tongue out. That's all I did. So that is something you can do that provides your horse with a ton of relief, makes a huge difference in their movement, and takes what, 30 seconds? It's pretty amazing. So let's check that hyoid sensitivity too and just see how this is down here now. Look, it's completely gone, guys. Completely gone. And it's all from just doing that tongue movement. So if you want to check your horses for that, just go up under the jowls here. And all I'm doing is rubbing the muscles that are right up against the jowl. So I'm pushing up and towards the jowl, and then I'm just kind of rubbing those muscles up in there, nice and gently. Like I'm rubbing in a way that I want it to feel good. I want it to be like a massage and it feels good. And that way, if I'm doing something that should feel good and it's causing pain, then I know I have a problem, right? I'm not trying to push my fingers up in there and get it to hurt. I'm trying to make him feel good, and I'm trying to see if something that normally feels good does. And then if it doesn't, then I know I've got a problem. So keep that in mind if you do check your horses. And then if you do have a horse like him that was sore there and sensitive at the pole, then that's something that you want to check on a daily basis. So you come out to ride, throw a halter on him, just make it part of your grooming, you know, check his pole, check his hyoid. And if you get any soreness there, then take the tongue out to the opposite side. So it's such a huge relief for them, as you could see with him, that it's just something that should be checked on a daily basis. Oh, that's a good boy. He's got a little stiffness in his lower neck here too. Oh. So let's bring his head around this way. I just want him to come around my pressure and touch his shoulder. Just like that. That's beautiful. Right, and everything I'm doing with him it's really in an asking manner. So when I'm bringing his head around like that, I'm only using enough pressure to get him to follow me. So if I have my hand down here, I'm not yanking the halter like that. I have a really light pressure. In fact, I usually just use my middle finger and my index, or sometimes my ring finger, and I'm just tapping like this. So I'm not pulling at all. So I put my pressure down here in the lower neck, and this is one of the stretches I have in my equine stretching course. This is the neck rotation stretch. I just put my fist right in this area of the lower neck, right up against that C6 vertebrae. And then I take the slack out of the halter, good boy, and I just tap, tap, tap. So I'm just tapping, tapping, tapping. He comes around and touches, and then I let it go. And it's really important that when your horse comes around and does what you're asking, that you let it go, right? You want to take that pressure off so he gets that little dopamine hit, remembers, you know, that dopamine will help him remember what he just did and remember that that's what you wanted him to do. And the dopamine will help lock that memory into the long-term memory. So next time you do it, he'll be like, oh, yep, I know what this is. And it's a learning exercise for him as well. Gudo, what's up? Marco, good morning. He's a pony, Bonnie. A little quarter horse pony. I'm sorry, I do not speak French. Hello, Kevin. Good morning. Thanks, Gudo. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys don't mind tapping that like button for me, I'd really appreciate it. And if you have any questions on what I just did with the hyoid, please let me know. I'm going to be posting this video when I'm done. So if you guys want to re-watch it and go back over how I fixed that hyoid, you can do that. So now you can see, still how comfortable he is up here at his pole, right? I mean, I'm not holding him. I'm just rubbing like I did before. There you go. Big deep breath, big head drop. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. So it's like people will ask me, well, how do you get the trust of the horse? How do you build that rapport? Find the sore spots and fix them, right? Find those sore spots, use some light pressure techniques to fix them, get the horse feeling good. Immediately they'll know, oh, hey, this guy's here to help me, right? This guy makes me feel good. And then you'll get this reaction right here. Love it. All right. Oh, thank you, cinnamon roll. That's my favorite food to eat. I think it's my favorite fat boy food is cinnamon rolls. Oh no. Hey, Gouda, what you should do is get yourself a glass of warm water. So like an 8-ounce glass of water, and just dump a lot of. You can either use Celtic salt, that pink Himalayan salt. Or there's another one. Shit, and this is the one that I use, and I can't even think the name of it. It's something gold. Baja Gold. Just dump a ton of salt in the water. What's up?
Hello.
How you doing?
Pretty good, you?
Good, thanks. So his was hyoid and left side pole bad.
Was bad?
Yeah.
So we figured.
Yeah, real bad. And SI joint, so he was locked pretty good up in flexion on the left side, so he was high over here and low on this side.
Yeah.
And it was actually the low side that was stuck, not the high side. So we got right side SI, left side pole, left side hyoid. And I'm gonna post the video too because the reaction and the change is pretty crazy on him.
How much are you a session?
For horses, 175 or well, usually here it's 160 because I'm here all the time, so. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm here once a week now, so.
You did my one mare 2 years ago.
Okay.
But I need my dad's done. Probably need them all done, but.
Is that one here or is it at another place?
My mare?
You said your dad's?
Yeah, my dad's horses are here, and then my mare is just up the road.
Oh, okay, cool. Are you teaching here?
No, I'm training some of Katie's horses. I've moved back and I'm taking out some horses now.
Oh, okay.
I have a little place where all that farm equipment in the back is where my stalls are.
Oh, on the same property? Oh, yeah.
When you first drive in and there's that farm and there's those tomatoes being grown,
Uh-huh.
in the back of that I have stalls.
Oh, cool.
A little arena.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, he's still a little tender there too.
Yeah, she just got this one and told me that she wants me to ride him. So
Oh, okay.
put him in the
He's cool, just a little mouthy, but not terrible. Have you ridden him already?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, I've been at a show in Queen Creek
Oh, okay.
since you got him. Playing loper land.
With who?
Carter Barrett,
Is he like team roping or what does he do?
Cuddy.
Oh, okay.
So that's what. I was just in Tucson working for a Rank Hours trainer and a cutter.
Oh, cool. So what,
And then moved back.
is that the direction you want to go? Cutting and reining?
Stuff I really like.
Yeah.
I just wanted to learn and get to show some.
Yeah.
And then now I'm back just doing my own stuff, breaking
Nice.
roping too. I have a nice mare that was like my Rank Hours mare and cutter. I just start roping on and she's the one you work with.
Okay.
She's done really well.
He just looks like he wants to be a pill, but he's not. He's got that look in his face like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna get you, but
He's got that puppy look.
yeah,
I like
he's a
his
good boy.
size.
Yeah, he's nice. Like just pony size.
Yeah.
There you go, buddy.
I had one that was 12 hands. He was just a little smaller. And so it was a lot more trickier.
That's a good boy. Perfect. Let's see.
Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah.
Might have you do mine sometime. I'll
Yeah.
let Kitty know.
Sounds good, thanks. So you can see he was kind of being a little bit of a pill on that right side of his pole. So I took the tongue out to the left, and you can see that's all gone too. So most of the time you'll find a side of the pole or one side of the hyoid that's a lot more sensitive than the other. And the goal when you're doing your palpation, especially if they're throwing their heads around when you're up under and touching the hyoid, is to figure out which side is more sore, right? And on him, his left side was a lot more sore at the beginning, so I took the tongue out to the opposite side, to the right. But when I was up here just talking to her and I'm rubbing his pole here, especially when I got on that right side, he was tossing his head around again. So usually I'll only do the side that's the most sore because it will take care of both sides. But with him still being sore on that right side, I went ahead and took the tongue out to the left as well. And then that took care of the rest. So that's really, really good. And then usually if I have a sore hyoid, I'm gonna check them down into flexion right here and just give a nice little flexion adjustment so I can get those extensor muscles to stretch a little bit. And then I'll give it back to him. So you can see he's just chilled out, being super good. You know, you take that pain away from that hyoid and your horse will just relax super, super nicely, just like this. So I love doing it. It's my favorite move. I really just got into the hyoid stuff about a year ago because I was out teaching a seminar up in Colorado, and they had flown a vet out from Austria who only does chiropractic work now. And his whole thing is hyoid and TMJ. His name's Dr. Andy Petrick. Andy, Petric. You can find him. I know you can find him on Instagram. I don't know if he's on YouTube, but phenomenal guy with hyoid, TMJ, and pole stuff. Oh, that's a good boy. And that's really nice and comfortable and extension. And the other guy that I've been learning a lot from is Christian Langeder, Langeder. He's on TikTok. I think he's on YouTube. I'm not sure. But if you want to learn some amazing soft tissue stuff you can do for your horses, just light pressure releases, look up Christian on TikTok for sure. He's an absolute wizard and an amazing guy to learn from. Hey, stop. There we go. So she warned me that he's a little mouthy, but he's not mean. He's just, oh, nice shoulder release there. He's just a young pony. Oh. And young and pony can be a interesting combination. Oh, beautiful. As far as behaviors go. Good boy. Oh, he's really stretching into that one. Holy smokes. Easy, buddy. Good boy. There we go. And again, this is his first adjustment ever. So he needs time to figure out what I'm doing. And if you give your horses the ability and the time to figure things out, not only will they figure it out, but they will remember it. So it's a really good thing. Just if they start pulling away or if they act a little fussy, just kind of hang in there with them if you can. Let them figure out what you're doing. There you go. Let them realize that it's not going to hurt, that it actually feels good. And they'll be more than happy to do it for you the next time. And most of the time, when I'm working on a horse for the first time, if that makes sense, when I go to do, like for him, I just stretched out his left leg. When I go to do the other leg, he's going to be like, oh, I know what he's doing because he just did it on the other side. And he'll be much easier on the second leg than the first leg. But then the next time I come out, provided I gave him the time to figure out what I was doing and I didn't force him to do these movements, he's going to know because I let him relax. Oh, good release there. I let him relax, I let him lick and chew, I let that dopamine hit, do its thing. And that dopamine, like I said earlier, really helps them to lock in these memories into their long-term memory. So, you know, it allows him to learn and remember so that the next time he'll know exactly what I'm doing. And horses learn really, really quickly like that. There we go. And he's really nippy, like I said, so I'm just keeping an eye on him. But he's not a mean pony at all. He's just kind of unsure. He's curious, trying to figure things out. And one way they try to figure things out is by putting their mouth on it. Good boy, good boy, good boy. And over time he'll learn. So it's a good. This is good so far. Hasn't been bad by any stretch, but still got to keep his mouth off of me. Let's bring his leg out front again. And this is the shoulder extension stretch that I have in my equine stretching masterclass. So if you're wondering which one this is and you want to learn how to do it, the link's in the description on this video. And you can also just go to sporthorsechiropractic.com. Or if you want a link sent to you directly, just comment with a horse emoji. And when I'm done with this live and probably done with the horses today, I'll send you a link directly. So there you go. But again, this is the shoulder extension stretch, and you can see not concerned about this at all. Really nice and easy and comfortable for him. He's a good boy. And that is beautiful. Perfect. All right. Move him over. So I'm going to check his hind legs, just see how he feels in his hock, stifle, and SI joints. Awesome. Thanks, Josephine. I'll get that link sent over to you. Yeah, thanks, Guda. Yeah, he is really, really liking those. Amanda loves the cinnamon rolls too. I saw this video on Instagram yesterday. It was a reel. Somebody was making a cinnamon roll chocolate chip cookie thing. So they put they put cookie dough in the bottom of the pan, and then they put a cinnamon roll on top. And then they mashed the cinnamon roll, and then they put another chocolate chip cookie dough on top and baked it, and then they put chocolate on the top. Holy smokes. I mean, it made me diabetic just watching it, but I mean, I don't even know if it looked good. It looked too sweet. I think cinnamon rolls are perfect just by themselves. All right, so I'm gonna check his left hind here. Good boy, easy. So again, just gotta let him figure stuff out. So especially with hind leg stuff, what horses tend to do is, oh, good boy. What they tend to do with their back end when they're not real sure is they'll start to lift it and then they'll tense up, right? So I try to lift the leg and they might go and tense up. So I'll just let them tense up without trying to pull any more flexion, right? I just let them tense up. And then as that tension relaxes, then I'll ask them for a little bit more. So I don't want to flex them into tension, because instead of getting that nice movement through the hock and the stifle, I'm going to get all this huge rotation up top. So I'm going to get a lot of rotation at the hip and the SI when I'm trying to limit that motion so I can get a better idea of how the hock and the stifle are moving. So it's important that when they tense up on the hind end, you just kind of hold what you have, and as they relax, then you can ask them for more movement. Good boy. And let me know if you guys have any questions while I'm working. I'm trying to keep up with the comments. I wish YouTube lives were more like TikTok, where I can enlarge the comments section, but unfortunately that's not an option yet. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. He's a really good boy. I have a mare to work on when I'm done with him. I'm gonna go work on Missy, which I have done before, and I went live with her previously too. Super good mare. Easy, easy, easy. No, good boy. So you see how he brought his head around nice and slowly like that? He didn't bring it around super quickly. Oh, good boy. That slow movement is a curiosity, like it's It's a curiosity sign, right? It means that he's just trying to check me out, see what's going on, get his eyes on me. You know, he got the tip of his muzzle on me too a little bit. And that stuff I'm perfectly fine with, because he's just trying to figure things out. He's trying to learn what's going on, figure out who I am, what I'm doing. I don't want to punish that curiosity. Now, if he flung his head around or flipped his head around real fast like he was going to try to nip me, then yeah, I'm going to stop that movement. But any slow, methodical, you know, curious type of body language, I'm going to reward that. I'm going to let him do that, because that means that he's in a parasympathetic state. He's in that state of resting and digesting. And if I correct that behavior, then I'm telling him, no, I don't want you to be comfortable. I don't want you to be quiet. I don't want you to be resting. I want you to be eyes up, ears up. I want you to be kind of on guard, right? So I want to reward that curiosity with the rubs and pets. Maybe I'll just take the pressure off and let him have a minute to relax. But a lot of people will punish the horse when they come around like that, or they'll keep pushing his face off and tapping his face to keep him off of them, when the whole time he's just being curious and trying to figure things out. And that's the behavior that I want to reward. Okay, but the behavior where he comes around quick and it looks like he wants to nip, obviously I got to correct that. But don't confuse the two, because you're really doing the horse a disservice when you correct behavior inadvertently that would be really something good to reward. So I'm going to do his final thing here. I'm going to stretch his TMJ, and I'll get in here and answer any comments I can when I'm done working with him. It's really hard to see the comments because I can't blow them up, but hopefully you guys are getting a lot out of the live. And if you do have any questions, please let me know. Again, if you want to learn how to stretch your horses, just go to the link in my description or put a horse emoji in the comments. Good boy. And I'll get you the link to my equine stretching masterclass. It's also linked in the description. So this is a TMJ stretch, and I'm just using a pressure point on his gum line to get him to do this. Good boy. And you can see that lower jaw coming this way, right? See how it's coming all this way? He's opening his mouth and throwing that lower jaw towards me. That's exactly what I want. So I want to check for his, you know, the ease at which he can open his mouth and also throw that jaw, throw that mandible towards me. And I'm going to do it on the other side because he's got one TMJ on either side. And I want to make sure that this motion is just as comfortable and easy for him, and the range of motion is the same as it is on the other side. So we have a little fuss here, as you can see. But I just think that's him not wanting me to get on that spot. There we go. There we go. And if there's one thing you should do for your horses before you compete, literally the one thing is this. You want to stretch this TMJ and get him to really move that lower jaw, because there's more mechanoreceptors in the joint capsule of that TMJ than any other joint in the horse's body. And the way we kind of look at this is, you know, when you stretch that joint capsule, you're setting off all those mechanoreceptors, and those mechanoreceptors send positional information to the brain. And it lights up the cerebellum, it lights up the primary motor cortex, and it's almost like a reset for the body, where by stretching the jaw, he knows better about where his body parts are in space. So, you know, you can say like he might know how to place his feet better. You know, he's getting more communication from the joints all over the body, and so therefore he's able to place his feet better, move his body better. You get more performance out of them, and it's all because he's getting that TMJ stretch. There's athletes that do this. You'd see like in the old days, right? You see Michael Jordan going in for a dunk, and he's like, ah, right? It's a natural response. It's a natural thing that a lot of athletes do, is they'll open their mouth. Apollo Ono, who was a speed skater in the Olympics, he forced himself to yawn as he was warming up going around the rink, because he knew that if he can get that TMJ going and get all that information, you know, sent to the brain, that he would have better proprioception or better awareness of where his body is in space. So, and a lot of other athletes do the same thing. So TMJ is super important. If the TMJ is not working properly, the pole is not going to work properly. So you can help take care of a lot of pole issues by stretching that TMJ as well. And of course, we got the hyoid moving better earlier too, so he should be feeling pretty good. So I am all done with Remy. I'm going to take the halter off. We'll go find Missy and get her done as well. I thought he would go right to his food, but he's like, hey man, what the heck? There he goes. All right, so let's see. Good boy. It's a good boy. Love how people say, don't ever walk behind your horses. It's okay if you've got good horses and you trust them. All right, let's see. Hello, Larissa. Yeah, 100%, Amanda. I completely agree with that. Okay, Gudis, I need to finish what I was telling you. So if you have that headache, get yourself a glass of water and just dump a bunch of salt in it, okay? It has to be good salt, not table salt. So pink Himalayan sea salt, Baja Gold, Celtic salt, something like that, and just dump a whole bunch of salt in it. Just mix it up and then let that cup sit for a little bit so that all the contents, all the particles of the salt settle to the bottom. And then take about a tablespoon or two of the water, not the stuff on the bottom, but the water, and put that into a pitcher of water or a gallon of water, and then just shake it up. And then use that water to drink. So like drink a big 8-ounce glass of that water, and getting those electrolytes in you from that salt will help a lot with that migraine headache. I used to tell people that in my office because I knew it would help so much, and it always helped. It would at least decrease the symptoms quite a bit, if not take the migraine away completely. But do that, drink that water, drink that salt water. You can use that water to make your coffee. You know, if you drink any type of electrolyte drink in the morning, you can use that instead. If you make orange juice with that frozen concentrate, use that water to make it. I use it for absolutely everything, and it's amazing. It's an amazing hack, especially for migraine headaches. So, but Baja Gold would be my salt of choice, but you can use the pink Himalayan or the Celtic salt as well. Both of them have, all three of those have amazing mineral and electrolyte content. All right, let's find Missy. So here's Missy. Got a sorrel mare. Right. Last time she was really good, super sweet. I think we'll have the same experience with her this time. Ugh. And this is Cartel. I worked on him on a live last week. Super awesome horse right there. And Missy's not having any problems. She's just getting adjusted for maintenance. So, all right, let's see what we get with her. Let's go ahead and check out some comments here, see if I missed anything. Angel Witch, thanks for the comment, appreciate it. Ooh, Amanda, you're making me hungry with all that dessert talk there. Thanks, Josephine, my pleasure. All right, looks like we're good. That's right. I see Gouda mentioned the Golgi tendon organ, GTO, yep. That's awesome, Leanne. Glad chiropractic helps you so much. And Morgan, thank you. Yeah, if you guys don't mind tapping that like button for me, I'd really appreciate it. Got 84 people in here and 27 likes, so if we could get that a little bit closer together, I'd really appreciate that, guys. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. I would love to get my subscriber count up to 100,000 this year. I think I'm right below 90,000. So if anybody wants to help me out with that, I would really love it. So let's let me get that bucket out of the way. All right, good girl. So this is Missy. All right. Oh, she's a little bug-eyed, as you can see. So we'll just give her a minute to kind of chill out a second. I've only worked on her, I think, one time before. We just started maintenance on her. Oh, she is the sweetest. Look, sweet mare. Oh, girl. I love working on horses when it's like 60, 65 degrees out like it is right now. And they're like, you know, the super sweet ones, of course, and they're nice and warm. So you're just like, oh, getting a little warm up there. Oh, thank you, good. I appreciate that. I know, I'm so close to that plaque. I think I had gotten to like 90, like 91,000, and I was headed there, and then all of a sudden it just like, you know, just hit the brakes. So I'm trying to push that up there to get that plaque before YouTube all of a sudden decides not to do those anymore. Oh, there's a good girl. Yeah. All right. There we go. So I like to get the horses to kind of chill out a little bit before I get started. So if I feel like they're a little bit, you know, they're a little uncomfortable or a little unsure, a little nervous, then I'll just kind of scratch them and give them some hugs and just get them to feel good and trust me a little bit before we get started. Remy was hyoid on the left, pole on the left, and then he needed hyoid on the right after I did the left side. So he was a mess up under here.
That would make sense for head shaking and
Yeah, like just touching the left side, he was just throwing his head away. And then pelvis, he was high on the left side, low on the right side, but it was this side that was the problem for sure.
Okay.
And then he had releases in both shoulders, but those weren't anything major. I think it was this and pole and hyoid stuff. Just started. Yeah. Do you have any concerns with her?
No.
Okay.
She's had knee surgery in both knees.
For OCDs, or was it OCD in the knees, or what she?
Chips.
Oh, okay. Okay.
From her, that was her old owner. So she's usually like semi-sore in the back and then like those knees.
Okay. She's not had any surgeries or anything for the kissing spine, though, right?
She has.
Oh, she has?
Her old owner took care of she was his only horse, and he was like an older man. And so he like literally spent all of his money
Oh.
maintenancing her and stuff like that.
Oh.
So that's why he got rid of her and couldn't like
Couldn't keep the maintenance going.
yeah, but yeah.
Wow, I don't see any marks like for surgery on her.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Okay.
it was a while ago when she was like 10, 12-ish.
Oh, okay.
He said for full surgeries. So that would have been like 6 years ago.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She was 18.
Oh, wow. Shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if you heard that she had surgery on her knees to remove bone chips. And I was also told that she's got kissing spine, but that she had surgery on the kissing spine about 8 years ago. She thinks around when she was 10 or so, or maybe 6 years ago, she said. Well, she did say 6 years ago, but then said she's 18. I don't know. So maybe when she was around 12, she had the kissing spine surgery. I don't see any evidence of kissing spine surgery on her, but you never know. Sometimes they heal up really well. She's doing a lot of head shaking, if you can see that. So I'm going to be interested to see how her pole feels. Her back feels really, really good, especially if she's had kissing spine surgery before. So I'm just going to kind of laterally flex her pelvis, and I call this the hula. It's my mentor called it, and so I kind of took over that terminology as well. So just call this the hula, right? So I'm just going to get her pelvis to go back and forth, back and forth. And I'm just trying to put this wave-like motion through her spine. So I pull and let it go back, and I pull and I let it go back. I pull and I let it go back. And if I can get her into a rhythm, you'll start to see her head doing the same thing. We'll just get this wave-like movement going all the way up to her muzzle. And it's very relaxing for them. You can see she's licking and chewing, head's nice and low. And all I'm assessing there is how is her spine moving in lateral flexion. So when she brings her butt towards me, is she resisting that movement? Is it nice and easy? Is it the same from side to side? So now, as I'm doing this, if she's relaxing, you can kind of see her head going back and forth with this movement. But obviously her head needs to be straight for you to see that. But this should be nice and slow and methodical. Good girl. Just really comfortable. And she is really, oh, there we go. Sorry, when I'm doing the assessments, when I feel something that needs to be adjusted, I do it during the assessment. But she was real sticky right through there. Got a good release there too. I think she's just head shaking because of the flies. So I'm gonna lift her back here. Oh, there we go. Good girl. Yeah, so I think most of her stuff right now is gonna be coming from this caudal aspect of the withers, and caudal just means towards the tail. So if I say caudal aspect of the withers, I'm thinking back here. If I say cranial aspect, I'm thinking here. So cranial means towards the head in a horse, and caudal means towards the tail. That's a good girl. All right. Ooh, sensitive there. So I'm just gonna see if she'll lift her back right through here for me. Oh, there we go. Couple little releases there. You saw that leg come up, that back leg come up, which is one thing you got to watch out for when you're doing this sternal pressure point, especially on mares, because they can be a little bit more sensitive there than the geldings. And also, if your horse has a tendency to get ulcery, that can be really, really uncomfortable too. But that was much better the second time. That's a good girl. She's a sweet mare. She's a little high on the right side, which is opposite of what Remy was. Remy, that little pony, was high in his SI joint on the left side and low on the right side. She's high on the right side and low on the left side. So I'm gonna check the low side first. And I tend to check the low side first because I feel like it's the most comfortable side to adjust. And a lot of times if I put the right amount of pressure in the plane of the joint and just kind of give her a stretch, what they'll do is they'll kind of lean into that. So I'll apply the pressure, they'll kind of match my pressure by leaning into it. And then just by doing that, you'll get a nice release through that SI. So it's better than getting on the high side and trying to adjust it down and forward. And that side is definitely low there. So let's see. So I'm gonna adjust this low side higher. Good girl, good girl. And again, that curiosity is what I love to see. So I'm just gonna push up, and then what she'll do is she'll start to lean into me. Especially if this is the side that needs to be adjusted. It's almost like their cue that they like it and like that's what they need. But if they walk away from it or they don't lean into it, then sometimes I feel like I'm just on the wrong side. So I'll have to go to the other side. Oh, there we go. There we go. I had to sneak that one in on her. That was beautiful. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. Again, most of the time it's on the low side, which is the problem. Let me get her to come around and touch here. Oh. Beautiful. There we go. Check the other side. So I got a couple of releases there coming around to the right. So I will be checking that again after I bring her around to this side. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Nice release there too. So if you want to learn how to do these are in my equine stretching masterclass. Links in the description, or just comment with the horse emoji in the comments and I'll send you a link directly. All right, one more time to the right. That's beautiful. And then one more time to the left. Beautiful. So no more releases there. So anytime I get any audible releases, I go check both sides one more time just to make sure that we're all clear and that nothing else needs to release. And then I go to the next thing. Let's see. She's good down there. There's a good girl. Dang flies. Let's check this side. All right, that's all good too. All right, let's check her pole. So you can see right there, she's pretty comfortable in her pole. Unlike how Remy was, if you were watching him kind of toss his head around. There's no head tossing there, so let's check the hyoid. That's okay, sweetie. We got nothing there as well. So most of the time, if I check the pole and she's not throwing her head around with her pole, then the hyoid's going to be fine too. And you can see on both sides, it's completely fine. But if I have a sore pole, the vast majority of the time, I'm going to have a sore hyoid on that same side. So I like to check the pole first because it kind of gives me an idea of what to expect when I get down to check the hyoid. I'm going to bring her up into extension. Good. And then down towards your chest. There we go. Nice little release there too. There we go. Girl. Girl. Was that ouchie? Oh. All good there. All right. Sweetheart. All right. Ooh. There we go. There we go. Nice shoulder release there. Oh, good. There you go. And again, this one is the shoulder extension stretch, which is included in my equine stretching course. So if you want to learn how to do this one, you can either visit the link in the description or just comment with the horse emoji and I will send you a link directly to my equine stretching masterclass. It's nice and comfortable for her. Oh, good girl. There we go. Beautiful. There we go. Sweet. And again, if you guys wouldn't mind taking a second and smashing that like button for me, I'd really appreciate it. Looks like we got 100 people watching and 37 likes, so if we can bring that number up, I would really appreciate it. All right, let's see. Do it for Missy, guys. Thank you. I saw, I think, 2 more pop up in there. Oh, there we go. Good girl. Those likes and comments and other engagements really help out. There we go. Good girl. Oh, there we go. Nice release in that shoulder too. Good girl. Gotta respect the mares that you can tell they just kind of want to pull away and go away, but they just stick with it and allow you to do what you need to do. She's a sweetheart. Oh, there we go. Good morning, Ron. Oh, there goes another release in that shoulder. Good girl. All right. There we go. Good. Bunch of releases in her legs. Go, girl. Right. Ooh, big deep breath there. Check the back legs. Oh, there you go. Good. Girl. All right, let's check this side. Nice. girl. Good girl. So if they tense up while you're stretching them, just kind of hold the stretch, let them tense up, hold what you got, and then allow them to relax before you ask them for any more movement or any more stretch through those joints. That's a good girl. Awesome. All right. Yeah, they do seem like a nuisance for sure. Poor girl. All right, let's check her TMJ here. Give her a nice TMJ stretch. Thank you to those of you who hit that like button for me. Really appreciate it. She needs her teeth done. We got a good stretch here. Oof. Guys, I'm at AZ Rodeo Ready in Mesa. If you guys have any kids or adults that want to get some lessons in, have them contact AZ Rodeo Ready. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram. Awesome place, really nice trainers, really sweet horses, as you can see. There we go. And if I don't get to all your comments today, this afternoon when I'm done with the horses, I'll hop back on there and reply via text. So go ahead and keep commenting, and I'll be happy to get to you and answer whatever questions you have when I'm done working today. Definitely needs her teeth done too. Okay, good. All right, she is all done. Her teeth actually, she does have nice teeth, but they definitely need to be floated ASAP. Yeah. Just double checking her pole here. Oh yeah, very comfortable, huh? What a sweetheart. Sweetheart, sweetheart. Right, girl. Sweet. Let's see. Where are you located, Amanda? All right. Her teeth need to be done. Yeah. No. Are you serious? You want me to show you? Oh yeah. Want me to show you?
Yeah, Robinson I know doesn't focus on
the incisors.
Yeah.
Give me your teeth. Hand them over.
I don't understand that at all. Yeah, there you go. Easy girl. Easy girl.
Just want to see your mouth. Oh yeah, right there.
You see?
Yeah.
Like the lower jaw has to be able to slide backwards. And that's gonna lock that from being able to do that. So in order for her to chew, she's gonna have to open her mouth to get that jaw to slide back.
Is her back good?
Look at the other side. See how far down that is?
Yeah.
Like that, this whole thing should be filed up at about a 30 degree.
Yeah.
And it's super common among vets to not touch those, but it's incorrect.
Yeah.
Like for movement of the TMJs.
The back
yeah,
good?
the backs look fine, but those are
I'll just have her
nasty.
next time she's here. I'll just have her
knock those off.
Yeah. She's here at least once a month.
Oh
so
shit.
Next time she's here.
Okay, cool.
I know the very few people that say that lesson programs, well, I guess most of the programs don't all of us home to grow.
Well,
yesterday was the day off.
Oh, okay.
I like have to I'm like, why are their stalls so disgusting? They don't clean them on Sundays. It's the one day that they don't clean them.
Gotcha. Now that's all from a day?
Yeah.
Wow. That is crazy. No kidding. All right,
Also, we've been out of shavings for about a week, so like they're gonna have to strip the stalls and put in shavings.
Gotcha.
Because I guess the delivery truck was in.
Oh, okay. Want me to grab my table and I'll bring it over there, or yeah? Okay. Okay. All right, guys, I got to end the live. Thank you guys for hanging out. I got to go work on a couple people, and then I've got 4 more horses to do, and then I'm driving to Vegas. So thank you guys for hanging out and all the interactions and everything. If you guys have any other questions, you know, feel free to drop them in the comments real quick, and I will get to them as soon as I'm done working today. Sorry I couldn't get to everybody while I was working. It's kind of hard to do, especially when I've got clients standing there. So yeah, but thank you very much. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the engagement. And I hope to see you guys on a future live. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day.